Guys, I'm feeling a little extra spicy today, so if I'm a little bit off my character than normal, I'm sorry, but we gonna talk. Hey guys, it's Jamie. Brothers and sisters, friends from afar, all over the world, welcome to my channel. So, since everybody's an expert, an internet expert, and know about everything, including transgender issues, when you're not transgender yourself, know exactly what to do with someone like me who is transgender. Hello. They want to dictate everything I do, an expert on everything. What I should do, how I should look, what I should eat, how I should feel, how I breathe. Y'all are feisty. So if it's okay with you guys, I do want to share my point of view since I am transgender and living it. If that's okay though. Is it okay? Okay, cool. Today I'm gonna speak up and address a few things because guess what? I have a voice. I know, crazy times we're living in. But before we get started, I do want to say thank you so much if it's your first time watching my video. I hope you do stick around and join the family by subscribing. And if you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for always your support with all the likes, comments, views. It means so much. So let's get on with the video. If you clicked on this video, you probably know what I'm going to be talking about. And especially if you follow me on Instagram at JustJamieP, you would know that recently I talked about an article being published by Daily Mail that reveals my secret trans journey after 16 years. So dramatic. Daily Mail is a magazine article that is based in the UK, but people all over the world read it. It's obviously available online. That's where they published it. And then I found out that this article was also published on Snapchat. So at this point, I feel like everybody knows there's no hiding, there's no going back. Yes, drinking some water out of a wine glass because I can't afford wine, I guess. A lot of you guys have been asking me a lot of questions in my DMs on Instagram, asking me how this article came about, did I know about it, the headline. So I'm gonna be answering all those questions in this video by giving you some backstory. Get yourself a drink, a snack, a cup of tea, fasten your seatbelt, and let's go. A few weeks ago, I got this lovely email from a journalist who, by the way, was amazing to work with. I don't think I can use her name because of privacy policies. I don't know. I guess she saw my story on YouTube or Instagram, and she was really inspired by our love and my relationship with Phil. I was really nervous because I was really putting myself out there to a broader audience in the UK. I mean, I don't really know a lot of British people, except they love drinking a cup of tea and they love to dance. But excited because I wanted to share some positive light on relationships with a transgender woman, because at the end of the day, people like Phil and I don't really exist, and if they do, they're living in secret. By sharing our story, not only did I want to educate cisgender people that relationships with transgender women are normal, but I also wanted to inspire other trans women that their dreams can become reality. So this is something I wanted to create awareness for. From then on, I had a few phone interviews with a journalist, and honestly, she made me feel so comfortable. She was very sensitive about this touchy subject. She made sure she was using the right terms and wanted to make sure that our story was being told in a positive way. Obviously, talking about all of this is very new to me. I'm getting used to it myself, so I really appreciated a journalist taking the time to get to know me. Always asked, how can I help you? Is this okay? What can I do? So it just made the process really smooth and easy for me. After we finalized everything, what happens is that the article goes into their news wire, where basically any publication can pick it up. But the only thing is that they can change the headline and a little bit of the story to basically make it newsworthy. And you guys know how the news are. They want to make everything dramatic, catchy, to get people's attention, shock people. This headline was definitely shocking by Daily Mail. I woke up a few days ago from a lot of friend requests on my Facebook, so many messages on my Instagram, and sudden following. Why are there so many UK blokes out to get me? Y'all want some sugar? I love to dance, but I can't dance with you because I have a man. So I'm sitting there like, decline, 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 don't know you. I replied to one of them saying, where did you hear my story? And they sent me a link. Ready for this? Transgender woman who kept her transition secret for 16 years reveals she finally confessed she had been born a man to her fiance, but only after a month of dating and being intimate. Let's just unpack everything wrong with this headline. The word confessed is so problematic, as if I am a killer, a pedophile, I did something so bad that I'm confessing to a crime. They could have said revealed, shared, born a man. Really? Like, I get that. Yes, I was born as a male at birth, but they could have said born different and been a little bit more sensitive, but born a man sounds so dramatic. Language like this is so problematic and damaging towards transgender people because it just creates this notion that, we're born completely different and we transformed into a female. Like, yes, I was assigned male at birth, but I've never felt like a male. This creates that cycle of stigma. She finally confessed she had been born a man to her fiance. Obviously, he wasn't my fiance after a month of dating, which is super misleading. We got engaged last year after being together for 3 years. This creates a narrative that trans women are just looking to trap their partners and looking to get married just for money. And this was the headline for Snapchat. My secret trans journey. Woman kept her sex change from her fiance until after they had been intimate. Again, sir, ma'am, we were not even engaged. We were just seeing each other, dating for a month. I'm not gonna go through the article because it was written pretty well and you guys can see it for yourself. But the only information that was not written correctly about me coming out to my family, I did come out to my family when I was 16, and they have obviously known that I was born different. Like, my mother gave birth to me. It's Phil's family who didn't know that I was transgender. And we've been together for 4 years now, so they recently just found out 4 or 5 months ago. Basically, don't believe everything you hear in the news, is what I'm saying. Now, the fun part, what y'all have been waiting for. I've been dying to talk about these comments. So many people reading the Daily Mail are so passionate. Y'all don't care about people's feelings. Like, I am shocked. People in Toronto, I feel like care, but they don't care. They literally hide behind fake accounts. But you people in the UK, honey, y'all got some tea. Y'all got some opinions. Y'all are some experts on transgender issues. So you know what? Let's go through some of these comments. Should I talk in British? That was terrible. I will never do that again. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie though, I find British accents so hot from a guy. No, not feeling these vibes. Wasn't this a TV show on Sky One about 20 years ago? Sir, or ma'am, sorry. I would be like 70 years old if that was the case. I mean, no amount of Botox or surgery can make me look this good. Who cares? I care. She is beautiful. Thank you. I'm happy for them. She deserves to be happy. Thank you. Jamie has beautiful clothes. I try. Beautiful couple, very brave woman, and very lucky to live in a country like Canada where all people are embraced with kindness and dignity. I do have to say I'm very lucky that I live in Canada where people are nice for the most part, because Canadians, are very nice, but we also like to be mean in a subtle way and poke at people. Your relationship was based on a lie. That's not a good thing. It's great that they are happy, but rather deceitful that she kept it from him until after they were intimate. Do you think I planned on being intimate with them when it happened? It just happened, sir. We just had a few drinks. We were feeling ourselves. Things were flowing, honey, and it happened. You don't think I was scared or felt shitty that I was holding this important information from him? Panayani Marn? That is a name, honey. When the love is real, it's real. By the way, you're absolutely gorgeous. Thanks, girl. Jarrett says, could quite easily have kept it between yourselves. Yes, sir. I've heard this before. I could have kept it to myself. If you're in love or have a partner and feel comfortable being out with your partner, That is privilege. It is something many trans women don't have. So no, I didn't want to keep it to myself. We didn't want to keep hiding. We wanted to come out. Yo Mama says, hope they have a good life. Thank you. I hope you have a good life too. Why contact the Daily Mail with your story when you just want to get on with your lives? Sir, I didn't contact Daily Mail. They found me, honey, okay? I'll never understand the need to announce publicly about your very personal and private life. So if you feel that way, that is called privilege, honey. That is called heteronormative privilege. So when you live in a privileged life, you feel like you don't need to announce things publicly because things are easier for you. But when you're in my situation, it is important to see other trans people living happily and in love. It's inspiring. It would have inspired me when I was younger. Can't believe he couldn't tell. Tell that I'm so beautiful? Blimey! What does that mean, guys? If somebody knows what blimey means, can you please leave a comment below? And there's me who confessed my age to my now boyfriend as soon as we sat down on the first date because I'm 9 years older than him and I knew he'd be guessing me for younger. The fact that you think you being 9 years older than your date is the same as me being transgender. One is systematic oppression that we deal with. One is literally your age. Are we okay? That's wrong. She should have told her boyfriend before things got serious. He's a beautiful guy. Not many like him out there. Sure aren't. That said, before tying the knot, I suggest they have a conversation about trust. Sir, we've been together for 4 years. We've been talking about trust for a long time, honey. It took her a long time to be truthful with him. Does she not trust him? Will he trust her? This could rear its ugly head if any future questions on whatever topic arise. Whenever there's doubt, it needs to be clarified. Are you a psychologist? Oh, somewhere between their first coffee and the intimate moment would have been good. Thank you so much for being so knowledgeable. You think it was so easy for me to keep this information in, right? I wasn't crying, I wasn't upset, I wasn't anxious, I didn't feel like shit, I wasn't scared, right? So unfair to the partner not to have received honesty sooner. If she can keep something big like that a secret from him, then alarm bells should be ringing. She should have told him it's not gonna last. She lied. Okay, let's address these comments. So first of all, listen, I don't owe anybody an explanation about my existence. I am not obligated to tell anybody my business unless I choose to. I am not a serial killer, a pedophile, or somebody with some sickness or some nasty disease that I need to tell somebody that I barely know about. Something so personal, traumatizing in so many ways. It was hard, okay? It was hard. Think about it this way. Do you share every single information, every single parts of you when you go on a date? Let's say you're a man and you have a small dick. Should you be holding a sign that, hello, I have a small dick, would you go on a date with me? How does that sound? Fair? Looking back now, I don't recommend anybody who is transgender to hold on to this information for so long because of safety reasons. That's something I was obviously thinking about and nervous about. But at the end of the day, I had to trust him and feel safe to share this information with him because this is something personal and it is not the only thing about me. I'm also a Bangladeshi. I am a daughter. I love art. I have an honors degree. There's so much about me than just this. I wasn't gonna give out every single information, every single intimate detail after a few dates. Telling transgender women that we have to disclose this information and this part of our identity right away is so problematic and so damaging because it makes it seem like we have a disease. We don't have a disease. We're not the problem. People like you that think that are the problem. Next. She was probably so afraid he would reject her. Trans women are killed and beaten every day for who they are. To that comment, someone writes in the US, but not the UK, according to her crime statistics. Wow, another expert on trans women and their statistics. You know what? If UK is so safe and so inviting to all the trans people, I'm moving there. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming to dance. He must have known, surely. Were you there? Stalker. Wonder what the mother-in-law thinks. How about you wonder what I feel like? Must have had great surgery if the guys didn't realize. Yes, I've had great surgeries. So many surgeries. Someone says, I would leave the relationship. How about you leave from Daily Mail? This is my favorite comment. So someone said, I'm so happy for them. Look at our photos at age 16. She's a beautiful woman and he's quite a handsome man. We know other couples like this due to what we did for a living. None of them would have the courage to do what this brave couple is doing. Okay, this is gonna make me cry. This one, guys. Transgender women often are more attractive than people who are born women, so I can understand how he could not have known. Someone replies, only because they usually have extensive surgeries, including the face, that normal women don't need, as they already have the facial structures. So you're assuming that I've had so many surgeries to look this way, or assuming that all transgender people look the same way. Do you know how problematic it is to think that? So what if a cis woman had manly features? Are they not considered women then? So you like Kardashian lookalikes. I look like the Kardashians. I don't know if that's a compliment or not. That brow ridge gives it all away. There's something wrong with my brows? There's so many comments, guys. I'm literally reading just a few, but this is the last one. How can you not tell everything about her is transgender? The way she looks, her clothes. My clothes are dramatic? Really? Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It's a little bit different than what I normally do. I hope it wasn't too ranty or too negative. I was trying to spill the tea, but not too much tea, just because, again, I'm trying to cope with this as best as I can. I don't want to be mean, but I do think it's important to educate people, and I hope me going through these comments and responding to them helped you guys understand trans issues. I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes and misleading information that is going out there, and just people need to know what's okay and what's not okay. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please don't forget to hit the like button. I've been way too spicy for my own good, but I'm gonna go now. It's getting dark. I hope you guys have an amazing evening, and if you want to keep on talking, my Instagram is justjamiep, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.